It's a Minimalist Monday edition of Optimal Finance Daily, episode 1592. How to Avoid Going Broke in Retirement by Ashley Chorpenning with PTMoney.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. This is the show where I narrate posts from a wide variety of personal finance blogs. We cover so much on this show, from saving to investing to debt reduction and more. So thank you for joining me today and every day. But for now, let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. How to Avoid Going Broke in Retirement by Ashley Chorpenning with PTMoney.com. When I pictured retirement, I envisioned myself on a beach somewhere. After acquiring my first finance job, I had a harsh wake-up call. Looking at retirement accounts all day made me realize I needed to start planning now if I was going to end up on a beach. Retirement was closer than I thought. Unfortunately, too many of us fail to plan. 1 out of 3 Americans have nothing saved for retirement and will solely rely on Social Security. Those of us who are consistent and plan ahead will be able to have peace of mind when retirement comes around. However, no matter how much planning and saving you've accomplished by the time retirement comes, you still need to be careful with your funds. Here are a few ways to avoid going broke during retirement. Cut expenses. Once you retire, you'll have more time to do the things you love. However, if you haven't planned in advance for these extra expenses, you might need to cut back in other places. The less your expenses are, the less you'll have to worry about taking too much from your retirement. Making adjustments to your lifestyle will help your dollar go further. There are many ways to cut expenses. Monitor your spending. Living on a fixed income may take some adjusting, so creating a budget is key. Your lifestyle is about to change, therefore your budget will need to change along with it. Make sure to include health expenses and a savings plan. Even though you're retired, it's important to continue to save for your future. You never know when you'll need your rainy day fund. Plan for taxes. One thing that many may forget is that your taxes will change when you retire. It's important to understand these changes prior to retirement. Meet with a CPA to make a plan for retirement. Depending on your streams of income, it will be important to plan ahead and know your tax implications. Just because you retired doesn't mean you're free from Uncle Sam. Hiring a tax professional is not only a great idea for retirement, but also with your current position. You may be missing out on opportunities to save money and lower your taxes. Create multiple streams of income. One thing we know for sure is that relying on Social Security alone may leave you broke in retirement. Creating multiple streams of income will help you avoid financial stress. Do you have a 401k plan, or are you investing in the stock market? Have you considered investing in real estate or starting your own business? There are many options to create another form of cash flow. Relying on one stream of income will only leave you frustrated and strained for money. Plan ahead and choose the right investment for your lifestyle. Continue to invest. Just because you've retired doesn't mean you need to stop investing. You'll need your nest egg to last at least 20 to 30 years after you stop working. The money you invest will need to continue to grow. Change your asset allocation and try not to be fearful of the market. Find a financial advisor with a similar investing philosophy to yours. This will help you remain accountable and level-headed through market fluctuations. Warning, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. You don't want to gamble during your retirement. You're not a day trader. You're retired. Make an investment plan and stick to it. Create a flexible withdrawal rate. Life happens, the market fluctuates, and your lifestyle changes. It's important also that you reevaluate your withdrawal rate periodically. You want to make sure that the rate is appropriate for what's going on in your life and in the market. It's good to have a percentage in mind you would like to stick to, but there will be times this may need to change. The rule of thumb is 4% annually. This is a safe amount to take from your retirement accounts. Be flexible and prepare ahead of time. Take control of your health. This might seem obvious, but medical bills can be extremely expensive. Consider using Medcierge, a subscription service that can help you with finding the best care at the best price and save up to 85% off your prescriptions. Accidents happen, but there are a lot of ways we can take care of our health in the present. Taking care of your health can help you save money in the future. Making little changes to your lifestyle and diet can drastically impact your retirement. Take a walk daily or maybe try a new healthy, budget-friendly meal. Every little bit helps. Prolong Social Security distributions. Many people are eligible for Social Security distributions at 62. The assumption is that they'll receive more money over time if they take their distribution as soon as possible. This is not the case. If you were to wait until age 70, you would receive about 32% more. Over the course of your retirement, you will receive more money overall. By creating multiple streams of income, you'll not have to rely solely on Social Security. Wait as long as possible to take your distributions. It will benefit you in the long run. Plan security is total security. You just listened to the post titled How to Avoid Going Broke in Retirement by Ashley Chorpenning with PTmoney.com. Now, when you do what you love, like running, racing, or enjoying the great outdoors, you want to do it for life. Inside Tracker can help. They're all about optimizing your life, as I like to say on the show. Inside Tracker was founded in 2009 by leading scientists in aging, genetics, and biometrics from MIT, Tufts, and Harvard. Using their patented algorithm, Inside Tracker analyzes your body's data to provide you with a clear picture of what's going on inside you and offer you science-backed recommendations for positive diet and lifestyle changes. Then Inside Tracker tracks your progress every day, every step of the way towards reaching your performance goals and living a longer, healthier life. Now, for a limited time, you can get 25% off the entire Inside Tracker store. Just go to info.insidetracker.com/OFD and use discount code OFD. That's info.insidetracker.com/OFD and discount code OFD for 25% off the entire Inside Tracker store. And I have that linked in this episode's description. Something that I haven't even begun to wrap my head around is a drawdown strategy for retirement. I've got a ways to go before I start thinking about that. I'm in the accumulation phase, so super focused on growing my nest egg. But at a certain point, I'll need to shift from focusing on growth to focusing on preservation and making sure that my money will last me for the rest of my life. The most knowledgeable person I know on this topic is Frank Vasquez over at the Risk Parity Radio podcast. Frank is an expert on asset allocation for DIY investors and talks about how the goal for retirement is to construct portfolios that are robust and can be drawn down on in perpetuity. He also explores how to maximize projected safe withdrawal rates regardless of projected overall returns. I imagine that when I'm working on a drawdown strategy, I'll consult a flat fee advisor to help me account for the tax implications of pulling from my different investment buckets. I'll be pulling money from my 401k, Roth IRA, traditional IRA, HSA, and after-tax brokerage account. And so I'll need to figure out the optimal strategy of how much to pull from each account and when. There are also required minimum distributions to consider. This means that age 70 and a half, the IRS requires that you start taking distributions from certain accounts, or you'll have to pay a penalty. This applies to employer-sponsored retirement plans, including 401ks, 403bs, and 457bs, as well as traditional IRAs and IRA-based plans like simple IRAs. That's because you weren't taxed on your contributions and Uncle Sam has waited long enough. And note this doesn't apply to Roth IRAs as you contribute to these post-tax. So all that being said, drawdown strategies can be a bit complex, and while many DIY investors come up with their own plans, it doesn't hurt to have another pair of eyes on that plan in the form of a flat fee advisor. And that's a wrap for another Monday show. Have a great rest of your day and start to your week, and I'll be back tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.